Subscribe to Maan Mahila Ka and hit the bell icon for more such videos.
Let's meet our marvelous Mahila for the day, Miss Sanjhna Nayar, a tarot reader and a counselor, a crystal healer, aromatherapist, and a graphologist.
Welcome to all women on behalf of Maan Mahila Ka. So, ma'am, tell me about your journey.
Thank you so much for having me on this platform. I think I'm really honored, and you all are doing a wonderful, fabulous job.
Thank
so,
you.
as as you asked me for my journey, so I often start thinking myself, where did it actually start? Because I often tell everybody, whoever have asked me, this journey, the spiritual journey hasn't chosen, it chose me. I did not choose it. So I was a very parhaku kind of a child. Okay, so it never clicked me कि ऐसा एक twist in my life will ever happen, because I being a care life, we have a very earlier days, most of our families had a set notion that if two children from a family are there, one goes to the medical field and the second child goes to engineering field. So I being the younger one in my house, I was expected to go into the engineering field, which I did. I got cleared, and but I was not interested, right? So I think whatever happens, it's destined. You just need to follow your inner voice. So I would say, right from my childhood days, I always was a very unique child, as in I was an introvert. I was very choosy with respect to people or anything that I do in my life. Okay, I consider myself to be extremely lucky, I would say, to be born in a family where my parents are very, very friendly. We were given independence to make our own choices, but definitely it was supervised upon. So I really feel happy, and they were always there to guide me. So as a child, I remember this one particular incident. So I am a defense product. My father was in the Air Force. So all the houses in the defense, most of the houses, I would say, they're like ancient, I would say. So there are a lot of stories attached to every place that we go, interesting stories, which people so call it the haunted stories, but it somewhere intrigued me. So I always had visitors to visit me, or so I had always had strange experiences which then I did not have any answers to. So it may be a whisper in the ear, or some kind of a vision happening. But whenever I discussed it with my parents, and they just tried to just shoo me out. It's all right. It's just, you're watching too much of haunting horror stories, and then definitely there is a supreme power to protect us, so there is nothing to be scared about, right? The light will always shine. So yes, from there on, I think that was the first the senses that I knew that there was something gadbad with me. But then exactly. So after that, you just get busy with the studies and you grow up. So I always was interested in the astrology, and I used to ask my mom the forecast jo print hoke aata hai. So my mom just read it out for me. So she used to do that. All these things always used to intrigue me. The Egyptian, the history always intrigued me. Yes, वहाँ से बस पढ़ाई खत्म करी, and I was working. I was into HR after I did my post graduation. I call myself the perfect example of blunders in life because I wanted to do and try a lot of things in life. I always tell my daughter now that I have learned with my experience. She's 9 years old. But if I enforce my interests and likings on her, it's not going to help
No,
her. She has
no.
to find her own life.
Hmm.
Right? So वही हुआ, क्योंकि मैंने फिर इंजीनियरिंग छोड़ दी, देन आई वांटेड टू डू कॉमर्स, फिर मैंने एमबीए करा, फिर उसके बाद मैंने मास्टर ऑफ फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट भी कर दिया, देन काउंसलिंग मैंने सीखी है. So a lot of things that I have done, but I was not still happy. I was just searching for some more thing in life. मैंने फिर I started working, as I said, I was in recruitments. काफी टाइम जब काम किया, काम करना है, and I used to just do it, so not like with wholeheartedness. And then I got married. I met my Prince Charming and I got married. But एक फौजी के साथ शादी करने से ये हो जाता है कि आप के जो ऑप्शंस होते हैं even to work, वो थोड़े से रिस्ट्रिक्ट हो जाते हैं, because most of the time you're just posted to remote areas. Yes, but it's a beautiful life. So I never I would say I tried content writing. मैंने try करी शादी के बाद में, जो घर में बैठ के कर सकते हैं, because you are so hands full all the time as a फौजी wife. आपको जितना थोड़ा सा टाइम मिलता है, so I started writing poetry. वहाँ से I think कुछ ऐसा वो होता है ना, जो break through होता है, कि शायद से I started finding myself somewhere.
Challenges as a woman.
Yes, my challenge as a woman.
Yes.
It's, I would say, not very often when you take a choice to do something very different that is accepted. Though, if you see, there are a lot of women tarot readers today. Majority of the tarot readers would be women.
Yes.
However, in our community, when you choose to do something different, there is always opposition. There will be comments. There will be people talking against you. But that's all right. That's all. I have always taken all as a positive. I would say it's kind of a help.
Okay.
They make you stronger in your journey. My second experience of when I got intrigued by this tarot cards, it was 12 years ago, I guess, and I want to know more about this tarot. What is it? How does it happen? And I met this tarot reader. She's also Fauji wife. That was my first ever when I got this reading done. वहाँ से she gave me another number of this gentleman. He's from Mumbai. He's a very he's a celebrity tarot reader, Lauren, and he also writes columns in newspapers and all. So from there on, I think he was the one who made a biggest change in my spiritual journey. When I made a comment, I would say a statement that I am really looking forward to, make a change in my life through tarot reading. And वो कभी कभार होता है ना, जब आपको वो बोलते हैं, एक छोटी सी उनके लिए नॉर्मल सी बात हो जाती है, बट वो हमको स्ट्राइक कर जाती है. A breakthrough happens in your life, right? So I always will be thankful to Lauren for this. That he really changed my perception about my spiritual journey, my life altogether. क्योंकि जब हम बोलते हैं spiritual journey ना, जब लोग सोचने लग जाते हैं कि मतलब संन्यास ले लिया हो. It's not that.
No.
It's all about getting enlightened.
Yes.
Right? So that's how it's been now 10 years. Yes.
मैम, आप लोग जैसे कि आपको किन लोगों ने सपोर्ट किया इस जर्नी में?
My family, I think my parents, my sister, and my daughter. I would say she is my biggest strength. मेरे parents have always stood by me, my sister also. बचपन से लेके आज तक जब भी कोई मुश्किलें आती हैं, और because I I have always been a rebel in the family. I had always wanted to do something different. So I would say they've always stood by me, or stood by my choice in life. And I'm really thankful to God for this family, I think, yes. So definitely my husband, because he doesn't believe in spiritual, I would say tarot reading. He doesn't believe in tarot reading. He's a very, very practical man, but he definitely supports. Kahi, I would say it really helps me in this journey, because ऐसे लोग मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा inspire करते हैं who don't believe in tarot reading, and जब reading सच निकल के आता है, so तब लगता है ये कैसे हो गया. So if for them it may be just a coincidence, but synchronicity is what I call it.
Any social change you want in society for women?
देखिए, lot of changes जो everybody wants independence की बात करते but I would say every girl has to stand up for herself. We keep expecting that society may change hoga, and then let's do for women, let's do for girls. It's not going to happen.
No.
Every girl has to stand for herself.
Yes, definitely.
Right. So if you ask for a social change that I expect for girls, that I would only want every girl to be stronger from within and stand for herself, for her belief and her right. She has to fight it out, because no matter how supportive her family or anybody for that matter is, but the journey is hers. The suffering, the learning, the experience is hers. She has to, run it herself.
Yes, definitely.
So I said, yes, so she has to make the change herself. When I started my brand, Aman, my brand is called Safroneya. So I'm a Sai devotee. So मैं थोड़ा सा घुमा फिरा के इसका आंसर देना चाहूंगी. So I was looking for a name for my brand. So I started with the saffron tarot, because saffron Sai Baba का color है, saffron, and also I wanted to dedicate this work. It was not solely for my rise, no. Along with my self rise, I would say it was, I want to do something for my fellow women. Being a Fauji wife, I have seen so much of the pain, the experiences that the girls from the remote, the village girls jab aa jati hain, the young soldiers' wife, and the way you interact with them, you talk to them, you get to know so much that आज के ज़माने में भी, this is not the India that we are seeing now. If you have to see the real India, you have to go to the remote village places and talk to the girls. आज के ज़माने में भी they are using, if I talk about the menstrual cycles, they are women who are unaware of the
Yes.
I'm sure वो Padman के बाद में
Yes.
ये थोड़ा सा difference
Yes.
आया हुआ है.
I
But
know.
I came across women who still use cloth. So मेरे लिए अगर कोई message है, I would still want women कि be aware of yourself, be aware of the surroundings, the change happening in your surroundings, your place, wherever you are. And if every girl takes up this responsibility, that not just for her, आपको हर एक घर से शुरू होना है अमन. Only then हम लोग पहुंच सकेंगे. Every individual has to put in कि अगर messages तो हम दे देंगे, लेकिन अगर आप नहीं करेंगे, so every girl has to be aware of the changes of herself,